vlog is all about you. First we're gonna say,
It's a little close.
how handsome does he look in a hat? Hurricane right now. It is day 2 of our baby moon, and the weather is pretty, it's not bad because obviously we came from 0 degrees.
20 degrees.
It's 20 degrees. It's not, but it's not sitting out beach weather is what I was trying to say. So we are actually heading down to lunch in my all-time favorite restaurant in Miami, which is Mandolin Aegean for Mediterranean. And it's the cutest restaurant ever. We sit outside, it's so nice. So hopefully it doesn't rain. And then we are gonna walk around Wynwood because we always say that we wanna do it and then it always ends up being so beautiful. So we sit out all day on the beach. So today we are venturing out. And DC is driving our family's minivan.
Van life. Dad life.
I feel like this is a prelude for what's to come.
I think we'll be a van family.
What if we have 5 kids?
We won't.
What if we have 4 kids?
We won't.
What if we have 3 kids?
We won't.
What if we have 2 kids?
Get a normal car.
I think the van looks good on you.
Cut. Cut. Cut.
Can call when the days are long and I've had enough. I know you will be there 'cause nobody does it better than us. Nobody does it better than us. Nobody does it better than us. Caught up in the feeling now, I keep it in my heart. We run to where we belong, I believe.
So we are, what?
We can boil over.
We're still kind of full from lunch, but also like kind of hungry. So we decided that we don't want to go for dinner. So we're really baby mooning hardcore. It's gonna boil over again. You know how to, this is what we're doing.
Miami's fine.
You go like this, and then it stops it. You know that trick? Actually looks really good. I'll just have it like this.
You don't want more? You want to do whatever you want?
Maybe we'll- Movie night in KD. Could not be happier. Good night. It's cold and rainy out today, so we are gonna kill some time by heading to the gym. Both gonna get our own workouts in, and then I think we're gonna go to Target because I really, really, really need workout clothes. This is not cutting it anymore. I got chocolate on this shirt, so I'm hiding it by tucking it in. So basically this is the first time DC is officially on YouTube, aside from like grunting angrily in the background of anything that I'm filming. One of the questions is why you're always so mad to be on camera, but we'll address that.
Are we addressing that?
No, I won't. So I asked on, whoa, that's bright. I asked on Instagram, got a lot of really good questions, some really annoying questions
Did my boys write anything?
from DC's very inappropriate friends.
Were they right?
It's just not appropriate for YouTube or anything in life. So we're just gonna ask the questions and you're gonna be put on the spot. He's asked me 1,000 times if he can see the questions. He has not seen them. I've only read him the ones from his stupid friends. He has not vetted them, he has not seen them. He wanted notes, he wanted to prepare, but I said, nope, the world wants to see you as you are.
I did get a rider though.
Yeah, he did have a rider. He had
Sure.
one condition, that he could be drunk when we filmed this.
Thanks, Linda.
Thanks, Mom, for giving him your nice wines. First question. Did you always know Marley was the one?
Oh, I'm not doing these type questions.
You have to.
No. I'm not, no. Next.
You can't just say next to the first one.
Yes, I did. I always knew she was the one.
Aw, that's so cute.
Always. Before I met her.
Okay. What do you... I don't know why I find this so funny. What do you find most attractive about Marley?
Kale and Krunches.
Elaborate.
Like the hustle, the entrepreneurial, the business owner, the creating the business and new ideas and expanding her brand.
So not my giant boobs.
The last couple months have been good.
Did you guys ever break up?
Mm-hmm.
Want to tell them why?
Because I had a very tough decision. Do I want to stay with Marley, or do I want to go to Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Indonesia, South Korea, India? And I went with Australia, New Zealand. We dated for a bit, and then my buddy and I traveled the world. So
He told me on our first date that this wasn't going anywhere because in a year from now he was leaving for a year, and he did.
best decision I've ever made.
I agree.
I meant coming back to you.
Aw, I meant you leaving and us breaking
No, sorry,
up.
I meant going back to Thailand after I overstayed my visa there, and I went back there for the second time.
Okay. Best thing about being married.
Not always needing to be on your game. Consistency, knowing what you got at home and liking what you got at home, but not having to hunt and gather.
Not have to pursue women.
Yeah.
How long have you been married for?
2.5 years.
Yeah, I'd say that's correct.
That was an easy one.
Was DC hoping for a girl or a boy, and how did he feel when you found out it was a girl?
I think the expression is, when you have a kid, all you want is 10 fingers, 10 toes, and 1 penis.
You were hoping for a boy, I was hoping for a girl. So how did you feel when you lost?
I didn't lose. I know that I'm going to enjoy raising a daughter more than I would raising a son.
So cute. How did you meet? And then how did you know she/he was the one?
We grew up, am I supposed to look at you or the camera?
You look at the camera.
We grew up down the street from one another. The big story is that we had a lemonade stand when we were young. I don't remember it, but our parents have both told us that, so let's roll
I
with
remember
that.
it. We were listening to the Beatles and you sat on top of the car. And you were like 4 feet tall. You came up to like my boobs. You were so cute.
So we grew up, we were friends when we were like little kids, and then we went our own ways and really stay in touch for high school or university. And then I used to have these legendary pre-drinks at my parents' house, and she showed up at one, and that was it. Boom.
Boom.
Wheeled
Me. How did he propose?
So there's this band called Humphreys McGee that I was obsessed with, and it was like a pretty big part of our relationship at the beginning. We went and we saw a ton of shows. They're a band that tours all over the Northeast and the Midwest. So we had a lot of fun there, and they're like a pretty small, approachable band. And side note, my family, the Cohens, are big on Today is the Day poems. That's always been something for anniversaries, birthdays.
It's a poem that starts with
Today is the day, we're happy to say. I had always written her Today is the Day poems for birthdays, for all of that shit. But the way that I proposed is I got Humphreys to record a Today is the Day poem. We sat down, I'm like, check out this new Humphreys video, and then I hit play and it was them proposing via Today is the Day.
It's a great proposal.
Terrible story.
No, it was okay. You did an okay job telling
Cut.
it.
Cut.
Okay. Does he hate being on Insta because he looks upset when the camera is on?
Yes. Yes, I do. But the reason why I hate being upset is you don't understand.
Being on Insta.
Being on Insta is I'm in my home. When you're looking at Marley, that's our home. That's where I'm supposed to be comfortable, at ease, on my own terms. And I'm sitting there watching TV or working out or working, and then like fucking candid camera comes up to me and catches like this. I know now, because like she's especially quiet when she's coming. When I hear a little tiptoeing in, I know that it's coming. So I'm a pretty cheerful, happy person, but I don't like when I'm just like in my element and it's spread out to 35,000 people.
But you know they love you.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well, thank you.
That like
Swipe up.
But you're not actually an angry, mean person. Because I think people think you're a bit of a Grinch.
I'm also a pretty good actor.
Like I feel like I have my I'm, you know, whatever, do my thing on camera. But as soon as the
I'm
camera,
doing my thing on camera.
yeah, as soon as the cameras come on, you'll be like, angry Grinch.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh God. Advice for a 24-year-old girl living in New York who's always dating the jerks. All I want is a nice guy.
Dead rabbit. Second floor, parlor room. No jerks go there. No
Preface,
legends.
he was the biggest jerk of them all.
Dead Rabbit, second floor parlor room. You're gonna only meet good people there.
Let's say, do you have advice for girls on how to avoid you? Because you were like that jerk that she's talking about, I think.
Like, on how to avoid me? Yeah. I guess, do you have any advice?
No, I fell for the jerk. Look where that got me. I feel like, we don't even know anything about dating because we never dated. We were already together when the apps came out.
I mean, I know a thing or two about dating.
What is he most looking forward to about being a dad? Don't peek.
Family is quite important to me, and just the fact that it's going to expand and I get to give back to all. I've been quite lucky on the receiving end of being nurtured, and I'm looking forward to nurturing or spoiling someone.
That's such a cute answer. Do you like any band more than Umphreys?
The Grateful Dead.
What's your favorite cocktail to make or to order?
A paper plane.
To make and order?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite cocktail to order is something I've never seen before because it's going to be the house special. But a paper plane, we had at our wedding. The day of my wedding was quite stressful because I was there in a tux squeezing lemon and worried that they weren't going to use the proper things.
Follow cocktail aficionado. What does DC do for a living? We got this question like 1,000 times. I think people think you don't do anything.
I'm the CEO of Kale and Krunches.
Aside from that.
I work in software sales. I've been at the same company for almost 7 years. I love it.
Sometimes you can work from home, which is why you're home.
Yes, it's software. I swear I have a real job.
Does he help with vlogs, photos, etc. for your channel?
This is me helping her.
I'd say I can answer
the
that.
Creative director.
When I first started asking him for photos, he would be like, why are you looking, like, why aren't you just like, he would expect me to be like in front of like a something, you know, like smiling, looking at the camera. He didn't get the whole like action-y, like
Still don't.
Yes, you do. He didn't get the whole like, no one wants like as someone just posing, standing there smiling, that it kind of needs to be in the moment. So at the beginning, you used to be like, why are you looking away from the camera? Stop touching your hair, stop doing this, stop moving. And now now he knows when he got the shot. Now he doesn't make, yes you do. Yes, you do.
No, I literally close my eyes.
Yes, you do. No, you don't. You go like this and you hand it to me with like such confidence, and then I'm like, yeah, that was a good one. You're like, obviously.
Yeah, but
you know
that's because I'm trying to sell it to you so that I can stop taking them.
It's true.
I help.
No, he does.
But
he
I
helps,
like to help with the business or strategy side as opposed
every
to the
business
executing.
deal I have, like anything business-wise, money I'm spending, courses I'm taking, contracts I'm signing, brands I'm working with is run by him first. I've never, sometimes I'll do random things without you, but like for the most part, I won't do anything without him, business-wise. And then on the brand side or like photo side, if I really need help with a photo, I'll ask him to do it. And he'll be like, okay, just show me exactly what you want. So I'll set up the camera, and then he'll like obviously take them around vacation and stuff, but I try not to ask you too much. Would you say I'm not that bad compared to other people? You won't know anyone else, but trust me that I'm not that bad.
She's not as bad as when I was with Something Navy.
Can he share his new stretching routine?
No, it's painful. I just try to touch my toes.
No, but like, what are you doing? They don't need you to. They don't need to see it. Like,
sit down and grunt.
No, like you wake up. Like, what's your routine?
I like stand and I try to touch my toes, and then that doesn't work, so I sit and try to touch. I don't really stretch my upper body because I feel like that's somewhat flexible. I just literally try to touch my toes in different positions. I'm working on the hamstrings right now. Sometimes I foam roll, but it's like
you stretch. You wake up and stretch for how many minutes a day?
Oh.
I try and touch my toes.
Probably stretch in the morning. I do like that floor. I try to stretch and do the abs for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
In some way or another. I like getting some form of movement or stretches in the morning, and then I try to stretch when I'm at the gym after. Mm-hmm. But I'm mainly working on the hammies right now.
So funny. What happened to the DC fitness videos? I think this is the one where like you would try and do what Matt was doing.
I think I beat Matt and he gave up.
That's not true. I was training with this guy for a while, and he would do these like crazy tricks, and then DC would try and do them at home, and it was trying is being nice.
Try and succeed.
Try is being nice. We do them at home and fail a lot.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think eventually I would do them.
Someone said, is Judaism a big part of our lives?
Nope.
I feel like
Yes, I'm not.
we're not religious.
Neither of us are religious at all, but there's the rituals, the
More like
rites of
holidays,
passages, the
rituals.
family time, the emphasis on the community.
Kind of. Okay, this is a good one. Speaking of Judaism, when you saw him at his bar mitzvah, did you ever think you'd marry him? That's a question for me. I definitely didn't think I would marry you when I was at your bar mitzvah.
You should work
Because
on your
again,
taste.
you were literally up to my chest. You were so cute. But no, I was a year older. I am a year older. Why did DC dye a random spot on his head gray?
It's from one of my boys.
Yeah.
Who is it? No.
Can we tell them?
All right. So I get a little anxious at times, especially with planning trips. And that, I don't know if you've seen the Japan itinerary, but like, it's a work of art, and it didn't, Rome wasn't built overnight. Tokyo wasn't planned overnight. I spent some time doing a lot of research, and I was like really stressed one day. I think it was right after the fish market moved, and like I planned that Tuesday was our fish market day, and then they just moved it. So I got really, really fucking stressed out, and like I didn't sleep that night. I was all just thinking about the itinerary. I think it was like a week away, and I woke up the next morning with a gray patch. And I haven't looked back since. My boys love it. My boys love the gray patch. They call me Del Curry now. If you don't know who he is, look it up.
It's so
DC,
random.
Del
It's
Curry.
a stress patch from Japan.
Yeah, I'm gone gray.
Okay, what's the best bar in the world for a cocktail?
Dead Rabbit, second floor parlor room for sure. This is one. Number 2, Civil Liberties in Toronto.
Okay.
What's up, Nick? What's up, Casey?
Enough
What's up,
with
Jess?
it's so embarrassing.
No.
What are the things that excite you most and scare you most about becoming a new dad?
What excite me most and scare me most? Holy fuck! What scares me? Everything.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, very
like
fair.
I'm pretty hedonistic, individualistic human being.
What is this, Hamilton?
Oh.
Hedonistic.
Not a big deal. Saw Hamilton, but whatever.
Last question. Do you love to work out as much as Marley?
I like to work out more than Marley.
All right, that was it. Was that so bad?
It's pretty bad.
Cheers. Finally got a bit of a nicer day today, so we're walking to get coffee. And he's silent again because it's not a Q&A. Sorry. All right, I got my tall almond milk latte, and DC has his grande Americano.
It's a medium.
Grande Americano. And we are just gonna enjoy our last full day here, and then he goes home tomorrow, but I'm hanging out in Miami for the week because I can work from anywhere and I'm taking advantage. So that's it. I'm gonna go back and edit this video so it can come out tonight. You're gonna do this, I think you should do the sign off. But like, thank you guys so much. If you like,
That's how I sign up. It's the win.
no, but like,
It's been great chatting with you guys. Go Birds.
and if you like this
Eagles are
video,
still-
what should they do?
Eagles are still Super Bowl champions. This is going out before next week.
Yeah,
Go Birds.
they're still Super Bowl
I
champions.
wish there was more questions about the Eagles yesterday.
I skipped them.
It's nice.
Okay, if you guys like this video, give it a thumb. Actually, if you want to see more of DC in this,
Then wait for 2022.
then give this video a like, subscribe, and maybe you'll get more DC in the future.
Swipe up.
And swipe up.
Nobody does it better than us.